All right, let's go here. Floyd Mayweather, obviously the all-time great boxer. He went on social media today. Are we going to play this, Rob G? We got sound of it, right? Okay, in support of Kyrie Irving, who, as we all know, is sitting out, can't play home games for the Brooklyn Nets because he's not vaccinated, and they told him go home, don't play any games at all.
And you know what? Let's say this to the Nets. It would have been a distraction, Chris. Every time he didn't play, the conversation would be about that. I just, like, people, I don't think that people.
Does anybody think they didn't do the right thing?
They did the right thing.
They didn't do the right thing. Yeah.
It's a distraction. It has nothing to do with whether they want him or not. They signed him as a free agent. They want him.
Well, Rob, look, we see the way James Harden is playing. He's not playing up to his normal abilities, right? And they're not looking great. It's early. I'm not down on them, but they're 2-2. Let's just say hypothetically, they're 2-2. They don't look great, and then they go on the road. Kyrie plays. They look great. They go back home. He can't play. They look okay. They go back on the road. He's in. They win big. Like, can you imagine? Like, how is that helping you?
Not at all. Or how about this? Every time then you go on the road, you play at home, Chris, and you lose. Then the whole conversation is about Kyrie. Like that would be every day that would be the story. The Brooklyn, they lost. They would have won that game if Kyrie was playing. Like that would.
Absolutely.
That's why you can't have something that's in and out and it just becomes a distraction despite his talent. And we know his talent is tremendous.
Rob, at the risk of sounding harsh, and I love Kyrie's game, and look, he can do what he wants. I'm not down on him for that. But if I'm a net, Kyrie Irving not even on the team, as far as I'm concerned. Like, my mentality is he's not on this team. Because we have to be the best we can be. Our goal is to win a championship without him. And I can't even, Kevin Durant said the other night, our mentality can't be Kyrie is coming to save us. We can't be thinking that at all. And so, yeah, that's the mentality you got to have. But here's Floyd Mayweather on Kyrie.
America is the land of the free. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and supposedly freedom to choose. Never be controlled by money. I respect you for having some integrity and being your own man. A free mind makes its own choices. An enslaved mind follows the crowd. Stand for something or fall for anything. One man can lead a revolution to stand up and fight for what's right. One choice, one word, one action can change the world. It's crazy how people hate you for being a leader. I hope your actions encourage many others to stand up and say enough is enough. Respect to you, Kyrie, and power to the people.
All right, here's what I want to say, Rob. Look, obviously, I'm vaccinated. I don't agree with Kyrie's decision not to be vaccinated, but it's his choice. It's fine. I've got good friends and family members who are not vaccinated. And
just don't run to the hospital when you get sick. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, of course they will. And I hope they do. And I hope Kyrie, if he gets sick, I hope he does too to get help. But what I want to say is this, because I've seen people, whether it's on social media or I've seen television, and I've seen black women on television castigate Kyrie Irving and all this. This is what they're saying. He's being used by racist right-wingers. Stop it. If you have relationships with black people regularly, then you know that there are a lot of black people, and especially a lot of black men, that are with Kyrie Irving. And I'm talking about militants. I'm talking about Afrocentrists. I'm talking about people that, think America is racist to the core. They are with Kyrie Irving and not getting vaccinated. And not so much with him. They agree with his stance. And they have that same stance. So I'm just saying, let's put that to rest. I don't agree with him, and you can disagree with him. But acting like, he's a tool of the white people, and he's just, he's the only black person who feels this way. You must not have any black friends. Even if you black, and black women need to stop going on TV and dissing these black men who can do what they want to do. All right? And you're telling Kyrie Irving to shut up and dribble. You were mad when the right winger said it to LeBron, but you telling Kyrie Irving the same thing. Again, I don't agree with him, but he's got a right to say and do what he wants, and he knows what the consequences are, and he's paying them, and that's that. So I'm just shooting that down, Rob.
Well, I know why they're coming for this and why they're loaded for bear on this, Chris, is because he has become the visual picture for that medium. You know,
for anti-vax,
right?
Anti-vax,
for that stand.
I'm just saying, anti-vax isn't a right-wing thing only.
No.
That's
I know, but I'm just saying, like that's what you see. That's what they're throwing up. And then the funny part, and Chris, we talked about this in a pre-show meeting. Stop me if I'm wrong, because I've read it. You can't work at Fox News, Chris, if you're not vaccinated. You can't be in the studio. You can't work.
I know that's the case at Fox Sports 1, right?
Right.
I
can't work.
So, yeah. Yeah.
So my point is that they might be out there on the air talking about this and that and the right and, right to and people need to understand, like, I think the biggest misconception in this country is when people throw out the freedom of speech. People have no idea what that was written, what it means, Chris. Just as they say, you can't yell fire in a crowded movie theater. You can't. That's not what freedom of speech is. Freedom of speech in this country is the right to speak out against the government and not have the police come to your house, arrest you, and throw you in prison. That's it. If you work for a company, Chris, if you represent somebody and you go out into a bar and you're yelling anti-Semitic stuff or racist stuff or whatever, you represent the company.
Right.
You can't say whatever you want. No, you can't. Who said that? Understand what people are talking about, and then they say, you're supposed to have a right of freedom of choice. He has a freedom of choice. He decided not to get it. And guess what? The city of New York has a right to, as elected officials, to say, to combat the virus and the pandemic, and we're going to make sure that in events indoors, Chris, you have to be vaccinated where there are big crowds. That's period. Right. They had a right. And you have a right not to get vaccinated and not to go into a restaurant or not to go into a crowded spot. The other people who are vaccinated and who don't want to get sick have the right to be in a controlled environment that's not going to put them at risk. Why don't people understand that? No one's making him do it, Chris. He doesn't have to do it.
Right. Well, what people want is you don't have to do it and then you don't pay the consequences.
Right.
That's what they're saying, because that's what most people or a lot of people are just saying. Stand up for your right to not be punished for not getting vaccinated. But